All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cort and Luke in the Wild. We have another guest on the pod. We haven't had a guest in a while. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll jump on in.
So guys, I'm Julian Sol Jordan, 24, filmmaker from Dallas, and I guess musician too. My band Sunrise Academy.
We just looked at your Spotify.
Yeah, he looked at your Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because
Yeah.
as you can see, Luke shoots a lot of concerts. So
Dang.
we always freaking search people on Spotify to like clown
That's
them. Because we're
fire.
like, this is super messed up, but we'll be like, oh, they only have like 1 million listeners.
Yeah.
We're not shooting their content.
Oh
Like,
my-
it's so funny.
It's got to be over 1 million.
Well,
for
it
to-
depends.
It's coming to the
It-
point now
yeah.
where it's like I really have to vibe with your music,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like be like worth, because like
it's
you get
more
paid
about the drive.
and like
Yeah.
with concert photography, the smaller the artist, usually the more you get paid, because like
Totally.
Right.
The
Oh,
bigger-
for sure. Yeah.
so.
Because everyone wants to shoot for the big artists, so
Yeah.
it's like they don't need to pay anyone.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think about the tunes? Did y'all listen to anything?
I didn't
or-
listen to it yet.
Oh, okay.
I listened to just the most popular song,
Uh-huh.
and I really like that.
Oh,
one.
cool.
But I want to listen to the new album. I
Yeah.
watched the movie. I was watching the movie today and working.
get
so
on
I
my
don't have
questions.
that much time.
Dang.
Okay, so Julian made this movie
Have we announced
called...
what the movie is? We haven't said what it is yet.
I
No.
don't think so.
We're about
Do you
to
want to
say.
introduce that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So new documentary hybrid movie.
Yeah, I was wondering
Just
what you were going to
dropped.
call it.
I don't know. That's the thing. Is like it's sort of a doc, but it's sort of narrative. So it's like in the middle. But it's a personal movie. It's called Real Life. It's about growing up, being in your 20s, kind of candid footage mixed with like cinematic footage as well. So
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to put it. So it's on YouTube, and I think the way that you kind of got traction was a post on Reddit.
Yeah, so I posted first I was like posting on these Lakewood forums like in my neighborhood because like there's a lot of like, moms on that. Not trying to be weird,
But
but
it's
like
trying
there's
to get the
no.
moms.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's a bunch of like people there, it's active on there. So I was like, well, I want to get the neighborhood involved. And then someone on Reddit saw it, and she writes for IndieWire, and then she posted it on IndieWire, which
Oh,
was crazy.
that's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
So
yeah.
where you found him on what? On Reddit or anywhere?
Well, no, his ad popped up on. It was just in the Cort and Luke feed,
Oh,
like his trailer.
That's so crazy. What
So
the
how?
heck?
So you made your own trailer.
Yeah, I made
So
the own
how did
trailer.
that go? Because that's a lot of consolidation.
It's a lot of consolidation. So the funny thing is I actually made the trailer before I made the movie because my friend Wolfgang is a musician.
Okay, yeah,
And
this
I-
is the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I cut together like what I thought would be the movie like a year before I actually started really shooting it. And so
Okay.
then when the movie was done, I like remade the trailer, but it was still the same song. And the song's not even out. Like it's just like a demo. And he was like
Right.
don't use it, but then he was like, you can use it.
So
or
that's
whatever.
the song at the end of the movie.
No, so he sings that song at the end of the movie, but so he does all the music, but the trailer, that's also his song.
So
Okay,
is-
I'll have to check
Was
out
all
the
of the
trailer.
music in the movie him, or was any of it yours?
No, it was all Wolfgang.
Yeah.
So Wolfgang, like that was the first thing he's ever scored, and he's a crazy
He's
dude.
cracked,
So
bro.
walk
he
us
is.
through. No, it was so good. I was literally like, that's one of the highlights.
That I think was
The music was crazy.
that is what really tied it all together.
No,
Be-
100%.
yeah,
Like it's very
because-
much like a music, but also visual. It's not really because it's not really story driven. It's more like visual and music driven.
I'm glad
So-
you said that because
Yeah.
we were watching it
Mhm.
individually on our own time,
Mhm.
kind of like trying to figure out, because I mean it's very much a 3-act narrative, as in
And that was unintentional. That was the weird thing is I
Right.
thought it was just gonna be kind of like free flowing, and I think that just sort of came.
it
to
did come out, and then I mean, dude, this could be over an hour episode. We
okay,
have so
but
many
walk us
thoughts.
through.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah,
us through,
yeah.
because a lot of our audience is like beginners,
Mhm.
and so walk us through, like we were talking about music and score, the scoring process.
Mhm.
Like, how many times do you have to cut it versus like him score, or did you edit the entire thing or score it in sections?
So that was the thing is he was under the impression that he was gonna score it to picture, which is essentially like you finish
Yeah.
the movie and then
Yeah.
you score it. But I would be like, dude, can you just send me like a vibe of just me being sad? And
Yeah,
he'd be
you
like,
need
"What
to
does that
edit
mean?"
to it. Yeah.
He'd be like, what does that mean? And I would like send him a picture or like a frame. And honestly, I started editing to his music.
That's what I thought,
Which-
because that's like the hardest thing.
Mhm.
And the reason that I knew that was the case was, so when you score a video, a
Yeah.
lot of times there's a slight delay
Mhm.
between what's going on and tones in the video.
Yeah.
Especially with a first time composer or
Yeah.
or music writer, whatever you get. You're often watching the scene happen, and then you're like, oh, something just happened.
Yeah.
Let me switch.
Exactly. Well, also at first I accumulated like this giant playlist of inspiration songs that I would like listen to when I was driving, and I would edit to those songs. And then I would be like, can you make something? You don't have to rip this off, but can you make something in the vein of this? And so I thought he did a killer job, and like it was definitely like a first for both of us in the sense of like the process. Like the next thing we do is definitely just gonna he needs to score to the picture. It'll expedite the process.
Oh, for sure.
But,
I can imagine.
It was definitely just like I don't know. It was kind of a crazy process.
Yeah. So okay, let's kind of jump into a little bit. For my first question, obviously,
I look and there's just like 30
well, dude.
pages.
So I have like a whole page.
Yeah.
So let's hop into some of the technical specs before we get into some of the like weirder, more like artistry of it.
Yeah.
So what kind of camera were you shooting, and then what kind of made you choose to shoot on different cameras?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. So it's a Blackmagic 6K Pro, which is like a really sick cinema camera.
Yeah, it's a full frame, right?
It's full frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 35 millimeter frame, and it's an amazing camera. It's a little bit like it doesn't really have much stabilization, so it's like you have to like either have it on a tripod or use DaVinci stabilization or have a stabilizer. But I had gotten that camera like a year before I started making the movie, because in 2020 I was accepted into this thing called Young Arts, which is like this foundation for kids that are 18 to, or I think it's like 15 to 18, and every month they would do grants. So I applied for the grant, and I got rejected like 8 or 10 times, and I was just like, dude, like I need this camera, like because I was just shooting on my DSLR, like
which
Canon.
was
it was a T6i.
Okay,
Come on, I saw it on T7i.
It's a good camera.
It is
like
a
it's
good
good. And if
camera,
you just throw like a 50 lens or 24x70 on
that's
there,
what we're seeing.
it looks fire.
Someone commented the other day, they're like, I hate it when people flex their like Rebel cameras, and I was like, I mean, don't flex it, but those are still great.
They're amazing.
Okay, backtracking it a little bit. Before I got that camera in high school, I used the Rebel camera, and I had like a 10 by 18 millimeter lens on it. And me and my buddies, like we made this mockumentary series in high school, but it was
like
very
it
was very much like a kind of like The Office meets like high schoolers, but it was like vlog style, so it's all fake. But I just used the Rebel, like the T6i wide lens, and it was just like kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But it's perfect for like high school when you're starting out. But anyways, going back, I got the grant, and then I got the Blackmagic camera, and it was a really great camera that I just started figuring it out, and I was just like, oh, it looks so good, like I just want to start shooting stuff.
Right.
So I just started like filming myself like walking, or like filming myself like doing stuff, and then I put it in the edit and then just put like ambient music over it. I was like, oh, that looks cinematic, and that's when it became the movie. But you're asking about different cameras. There's like GoPro in the movie, there's like iPhone, there's like VHS, and a lot of the reason why I use that is to capture a lot of candid moments, because like when people know they're on camera, they kind of like stiffen up a little bit. And so I wanted to like capture stuff of like, you know, my friends like playing beer pong, or like my friends like doing stuff that otherwise if they were on camera they would like maybe not do or pretend to do differently.
Right.
And so it was also just makes for a really interesting kind of language in the movie of like different mediums, and they kind of feel like different feelings when you see it.
And it helps with transition
exactly
throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So well, I was just thinking of something. Oh yeah, the VHS thing. So did you run a tapeless setup? Were you on tape?
Yeah.
What kind of deal?
So I had tapes. I had like cassette tapes, and then I had like a Sony. It was like a disc Sony camera.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like dude. Okay, first of all, if you get one of those, you have to get the actual Sony brand discs, because if you don't, they can fail on you. Like I lost a lot of footage because of that, but it shoots in night vision to like a certain extent.
I did see that.
Yeah. It was
I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, it was night vision. Yeah, and so, but
sick.
it's like if you're in a dark room, it's only really good if you're like this close to the person. I don't know why.
But that turned out to be like a super sick
Yeah, and
part.
it's like 4x3, and it looks really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and so it was like a Sony Handycam, but with the VHS, that was probably the hardest stuff to convert. But I love the way, like I definitely want the next few projects I do to still have VHS elements, because there's something very like, there's something about it that just feels
I think
really,
it's our age group. It's like it's our childhood.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's a little bit more like it's for like Super 16 for the generation before us. Like it's very important.
I think it's beautiful looking. But yeah.
So okay, so you did mention something. I'm not gonna hog the ball the whole time, Luke. You did mention something that you had this issue in the movie of picking which camera to take out when you went to go do things.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of grow in that? Like, how did you come to terms with that?
So I would honestly, like, at first I was just like walking around with like my point and shoot, which is like this Canon I'm butchering the
like
name,
G7X?
G7X, yeah. And it was really good. Like, it was just perfect, like little, and it also takes really good pictures too, in black and white too. And I would just kind of film with that at first. And speaking of what you were saying, like, that part of the movie is kind of like me grappling with like which camera evokes which emotion.
Right.
And I think at first it was just like, I'm just going to rock with that. But then, like, honestly, slowly but surely, like throughout the movie, like I found my little GoPro. Then like I found the cassette player. Then I found, so honestly, like it was just me wrestling with like what looks good on which scene.
Yeah.
And it was just me having to figure it out and whatnot. But,
Let's go.
Yeah, it was. And then I just had like a big camera bag with just all my stuff.
Right.
So it was just like, you know, I'd always have to make sure it was charged. Sometimes I'd go and film and it was like just dead, and I'd be like, you know. But that was learning. Like the whole, when you watch the movie's about like making a movie.
Right.
So it's very much like,
it's
about
pretty
failing.
meta, yeah.
Yeah, it's about failing to make a movie, but also like failing to create your life or whatever.
Which is interesting because even though the movie's about failing to make a movie, you're watching the movie that you're failing to make.
Yeah.
So it's like,
exactly.
but you didn't fail. So
right.
Like, wait a second.
It works in its favor because it's like, like the story of the movie is like that there's no story. That's the story of the movie. That's why it kind of just feels like it's. But I think it still holds your attention through the editing and through the music in some way. But
so I think Luke had some questions that he wanted to ask about, specifically his favorite part of the movie, which was.
Oh, it is really just like 2 words,
Dude,
like 3 words.
That's what I did. Okay, well, I don't want to get into that yet.
Yeah. What? You don't?
I have like timestamps and stuff.
Okay, word.
Yeah,
because
oh my gosh.
mine.
First of all, my first timestamp.
Yeah.
Wait, am I gonna get copyrighted if I play like?
No. You're good.
He owns the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
true,
just get
true.
like a thing in the mail. It's like,
Yeah,
it was
been sued.
Charge us 11 cents.
yeah.
Wait, it's 10. Is it 10:30? And it's. Oh my gosh! Hold on.
Good.
He's like talking in the mirror, and he does like the YouTube intro.
Movie right now.
That was
Hi,
funny.
can you
Oh
hear
yeah.
me? Sounds so good. Hey, how's it going? What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
That was real. Like, that wasn't me like trying to make it for the movie. Like, that was really just me testing out that mic, because that's the Sennheiser MKE 420 mic, I think, shotgun.
The 412?
I'm butchering
Because that
it, but
mic is insanely expensive.
no, this one's like
Oh, the 416.
this one's like $300, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, it's good, and that was just me testing it out. I got like those big headphones on it,
Yeah.
but it sounded so good. I was like, dude, this is fire. Yeah.
And then, sorry, my actual first real question is: 1522. Walk us through like this audio setup. Like, what are you?
Okay,
working
so this is a mix pre audio interface, and these are lavalier mics. And when you hear me go check, that's actually coming from my shotgun mic. So that's not actually coming from the lav mic, but it sounded crisp enough to like feel like it is. But so that whole setup, my dad actually is a filmmaker, and he does films, and his audio guy, or his I don't want to like say audio guy because that like lessens it. But anyways, his name's Cody, and he like lended me some of this stuff. Some of his old audio gear, but I didn't use it very much in the movie, but for some of like the reenactment scenes, some of these HD scenes, I used it.
Okay, so like how much of your, I guess, scenes were you shooting like audio in real time versus like most of it in post?
Yeah, so most of it is like the majority of it's real time. There's a lot of Foley, like there'll be like lake sounds.
Yeah, dude.
Or, like
that's
not.
You crushed the mix on that.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
These sirens like.
Well,
hit so
that
good.
was the best
Thanks,
part.
bro.
So the big concern. So
Yeah.
you guys all need to go watch the movie, because you can take some serious notes on basic entry level sound design when it comes to how to make it professional without overdoing it.
Yeah, and let me plug something real quick. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I'm gonna put the movie on like Blu-ray copies. It'll be like limited,
Bro, please.
and it's also on
Yes.
Vimeo if you're trying to check it out. And then I want to put it on like just like iTunes later on, just so it's not a YouTube
Just a YouTube movie, yeah.
But I use that just to like get it out there, or whatever.
Right.
But anyways, I just had to plug that.
Yeah. So the reason I call it entry level is because not what you did is entry level, but because these people trying to replicate it are going to do it at an entry level, and so therefore comes over editing. So what you did was a balanced mix that was balanced so well that
Thanks.
so I listened to it on good headphones.
Oh,
Like
okay.
so I heard everything.
Okay,
and
dude,
I was
'cause
like,
I would do it. You don't understand, bro. Like I had sessions where I would just like be there like at like 2 a.m. like, oh, that doesn't. And, like my girlfriend would be like, bro, you gotta. It sounds fine.
so
like,
you nailed the mix.
cool.
Like I was extremely impressed because in terms of like picking sounds that fit the scene, like all of them were motivated.
oh,
So I was like, holy cow. Like
yeah,
this is
shout out
impressive.
to Wolfgang's dad. He let me use like this website called Artlist, which has
Yeah.
like some Foley and stuff. But also, a lot of the sounds are like from just like royalty-free YouTube stuff.
That's what I
Or
use
it's just
all
like,
the time.
Or it's just like I think the police sirens just from YouTube or something. And then you just put some reverb on it and like just quiet it down a little.
What
bit.
kind of reverb did you use?
It's just like some
Oh, it was in
stock
DaVinci,
like
so
DaVinci
never mind.
reverb. or
Oh,
something.
that was going to be a question I was going to get. So, when you were choosing your like to get the Blackmagic camera, did DaVinci play a factor in that?
Yeah, because when I got the camera, I unboxed the camera, and then there was a little pamphlet in there that said, you get DaVinci Studio for free. And it was like a QR code, and then I got it for free. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can get DaVinci Resolve for free, but then
Right.
there's the studio version,
Yes.
it's like $300 or something. But
So, but did you ever
Um,
use Premiere before that, or have you always been DaVinci?
I used Final Cut for a long time when I was younger,
Interesting
and then
choice.
and then for a little bit I used Premiere just for like a year or two, and then I just started using DaVinci. But honestly, I used to cut a lot of stuff in Final Cut. Not sure why, but that's just what I grew up learning or whatever.
Yeah.
But
So what is your, I guess, process in DaVinci when you're like going to color your footage?
yeah.
Because I know it's really different than Premiere.
Yeah, so in DaVinci, the cool thing about DaVinci is it has like an editing page, it has a sound mixing page,
Right.
like an After Effects type page, and then the coloring. And the coloring is what people know DaVinci for the most. Like that's like what Hollywood movies use coloring for.
Right.
And so then there's a thing called a node tree, which is like, I don't know, you guys probably, but anyways,
Yeah.
it's like you just make different nodes, and I would like just start with exposure and different stuff, and then it would be white balance, and then it'd be saturation, and then it would be whatever else, and then it would be like the thing that converts the log to the
Yeah.
to
So
the
you did that
actual footage.
after.
After, yeah.
Interesting.
I would do it during while I was editing, but for the majority of it was like after. I would
That's so weird because I do log conversion and then I do log conversion layer. Then I go back into the clip and do all my basic correction adjustments. And then I go apply the LUT and then do more basic correction.
Interesting.
To nail it.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah,
but,
because I mean, I feel like I guess I'm shooting 10-bit footage, so you have to be really careful not to do things on adjustment layers.
Yeah.
You have to do them on the actual clip, or else it will just
mess it up.
ruin. It'll add grain, add noise, or whatever.
Yeah,
And you're
exactly.
like, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, and when you watch the movie, like a lot of the color, honestly, in the movie is just like me turning up the saturation and adjusting the white balance a little bit, because a lot of what I filmed is actual. That's what it looks like.
Oh, so you didn't shoot log?
No, I did shoot log. I just mean like the colors in the movie that you see, like the sun rays or whatever. Like I just depended on a lot of like natural light and stuff that looks.
That was another question.
Stuff that
Oh,
looks
yeah.
good
Another question.
in camera, so I didn't have to go crazy on the coloring. But also, it kind of plays into the fact that it's like real footage or whatever.
Right. So did
But-
you use a lot of? Did you use lights in the movie? Like.
I think there's like maybe one part in the movie where I used a light, and it's like where my
Wow.
mom at the end is like I'm like directing her at the end.
Right.
And there's like I like put like this. It kind of looks like that. And I like put it on the window, and I just like turned it to like daylight setting or
Yeah.
something.
Cool.
So that's
yeah.
crazy because you had like a bunch of like shots where the light would come through the windows, like
Mhm.
the shadow would be like across the notebook or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if he's like, is this a real? Something like, did he shoot this in real time or did he just like fake it?
Mm-mm.
But that's crazy that you were shooting everything.
I would wait for the sun to hit.
Yeah,
That's
that is
hilarious.
Yeah, I would just be like, come on, and then sometimes I'd miss it and be like,
Yeah, I have to
But-
go to the next day.
yeah, I gotta sleep on it now.
Pull up my list of questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
here.
so recently, and this has been a topic for us
Mhm.
the past like 3 weeks. Casey Neistat has a quote where he says 9 out of 10 shots need to be locked off.
On tripod.
And with
Yeah.
your
Interesting.
movie, I'm assuming I would say yours probably was like at least 80%.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
you
about
set up a-
80. It's about 80% locked off. Yeah. And then I use like the dynamic zoom or
Yeah.
like
Right.
to give it a vibe or give it life, because if it's just there, you'll start to lose interest, right? And so it just gives a little bit of a
little more of a
zoom.
push. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, how, in general, how long would it take you to set up like one? Like, say you're shooting a shot of
Mhm.
yourself. Like, how many takes was one shot?
Right.
I had the same question because I was
Right.
like, how
Dude.
contrived is this?
Well,
yeah.
dude, that's the thing is like, as you can see in the movie, like there is like some close-up shots of me, and literally what I would do, bro, is I would put like the camera out and literally like put my hand out and focus my hand, and then like go where my hand was, and then I would like come back and look.
Because you weren't using autofocus lenses.
No.
Yeah, because Black Magic.
It's manual focus. But a lot of it's wide shots, so I didn't really have to travel for that. Okay, I just need to focus on that tree over there, and I'll walk over there.
Right.
But some of the stuff is like close up, so I'd like shoot like a really cool scene. I'd be like, awesome. I'd like look at it, and it's just blurry. And I'm like, dang it, dude. Because Blackmagic doesn't really autofocus super well,
Right.
or maybe I haven't figured it out all the way.
I don't think it does.
I don't think
Yeah.
So what lenses did you use?
So
on the Blackmagic?
the majority of it's like 24x70 EF Canon lens,
Okay.
and that the Blackmagic you can just put the lens on there.
Right.
It doesn't need an adapter, which is really cool.
Right.
And then some of it's a 50, some of it's a 70 by 200, and then like very little is a 10 by 18 lens.
Okay, so all Canon.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
Canon. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Very good choice.
Yeah. Oh, and also I used a Panasonic camera for some of the stuff, but that needed an adapter. That was just a camera my dad had, and that also shoots in log too.
Right.
But,
That's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a list of questions
Oh
here.
shoot. Okay. Let's do it.
We're just gonna hot fire them.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
fast. So what made you decide to show the camera so much?
Yeah. So I feel like, because the whole, like, going back, the whole point of the movie is about, like, I'm creating the movie or whatever. And in the beginning of the movie, there's that scene where I'm, like, writing on the mirror.
Yeah.
And it says, like, something like the camera, my eyes are the camera
Yeah.
or something like that. The camera is me. And that, I just wanted to keep showing it to kind of reiterate the fact that, like, I am kind of putting myself into the lens of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of stuff in the movie where, like, you'll see me doing something and I'll turn and I'll notice the camera filming me.
Right.
But it's like,
I
was the one that put it there. You know what I mean? But I'm getting mad at it for filming me. But it kind of plays into the whole idea of, like, you in life, you put the camera where it is in life.
Right.
And so it's like you can't get mad if it's filming you and you're in a bad place, you know?
That's a good point.
And so that was just kind of, I just wanted to keep reiterating, like, I am filming this movie because some people, like, you might watch it and forget that it's someone making a movie, and that kind of reiterates, like, the raw aspect of it, too. I keep saying reiterate for some reason. But, yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah.
Let me reiterate the point.
Yeah.
Wait, let me butt in.
Go
so
ahead.
there's one part in the movie. I think it was you. Like it's a childhood memory of you like singing at a talent show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you ate.
But then the song
shoot.
comes back and it's like a
Yeah.
banger.
that was fire.
That's
Yeah.
so that's Wolfgang, and I was like, I remember I was at a show for my buddies, and they were like playing on stage, and I was like in the midst of making the movie, and I was like, dude, it would be so cool if he remade that song for the movie, because that's the whole like
He
nostalgic.
rewrote that.
Yeah.
Because he plays again. Like, did you not hear it playing?
I
in
thought
the-
that was a real song.
No, that's the song for my talent
Yeah,
show, but
man,
it's like
you
he
were-
made it. He redid it.
Yeah.
That's so sick. I
Yeah.
just thought that was the original song.
No. And so he that's that. I'm very, very proud of that like 5-minute segment where it's me talking about places that are gone in my life.
Yeah.
Like I want the next movie to feel 100% just like that. And I think it'll help when I have like a script, you know, because I'll be able to craft it like that instead of allowing it to come to me or whatever. But,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably, I would say, my favorite part was that you like going to those places.
Me
also,
too.
how many of those places did you actually went to
No,
versus
all-
like you just found them?
All
bored
of them.
Okay.
Like there's like a bowling alley that I used to go to, and that's like when it says like Jupiter or whatever on it.
Which
like,
is why I asked if you grew up in Garland. Cause
yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
I'm sort of in that area. Like Garland Road and Garland is like very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
There used to be a dollar theater not too far from my house, and it was literally you pay $1 and you get to see like movies that had came out 4 months prior, but like so they're no longer new or whatever, but
Right.
they would show it in the theater, and I didn't get to film it like they bulldozed it or whatever.
Dang.
But all those places I went to, and it's like really saddening, and but also just like that's just life, dude.
Yeah, it
You know,
is.
That's just what happens.
Dude, no, I think the toughest line in the movie was, who said it? I don't remember who said it, but they were like, 25% of our life is already become.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, dang.
yeah, dude.
And
that guy.
honestly, more than that.
Yeah,
low-key.
Yeah.
yeah. Like we don't know.
It could be more.
We don't know, you know, and it's like it could be less too. You don't know,
Yeah.
but he that guy was like definitely had smoked a little bit before
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I filmed it,
Trying
and,
to-
afterwards he was like, "Did I say something dumb?" I was like, "No, it was perfect."
That was fire.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of questions here, and we'll keep them short.
No,
But
no, it's
do you
fine.
feel like you were portraying a character at all, like on purpose? Because I know you say like, "Oh, it was all candid," but in the same part,
You're like, bro, come on.
Yeah, it's like-
But yeah, it's weird. It's like it like going into it, like I didn't try to portray a character, but someone after they watched it, it was one of my friends. There's like this scene where we're like in a warehouse and we're like running around, and he watched it and he was like, your character or whatever kind of feels like a Andrew Garfield-y kind of Peter Parker type character where it's like kind of nervous but also kind of, and I was like, I wasn't trying to play a character, but I guess like maybe it leaned a little bit too into that, and that's all right.
Right, but you're also younger in the movie. How old were you when you made it?
So I started shooting a lot of it like fall of 2022.
Okay, so not too long ago.
No, not too long ago. And then I stopped shooting it like summer of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So.
Yeah, so that's a long project.
So when were you like, when was the first time you were like, okay, I'm going to make this?
Yeah. I remember I graduated in 2020. And that was like really like depressing. And it was just like, I was just in front of my computer. And so like for a year, it was just kind of like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Made some music videos with my friends and stuff and like just, you know, different stuff. But I remember it was like winter of that year. And I was like, I want to make something about my life. And I had the idea for that title because that's a term that people put on early 20-year-olds. It's like, now you're in real life. That's why the movie's called that. It's not because it's about my life or whatever. It's like, it's because that's the term that people get put upon early 20-year-olds. And I was like, that's really interesting. And I think it wasn't until like probably summer of 2022 where I was like, I think I'm going to try to do this, like just as a project, see what happens. But,
yeah.
That's it.
Okay. How often did you redo shots? Not because they were bad, but because you didn't like how you were acting in them.
Oh man. So there's this scene like towards the end where like I'm kind of like really upset and I'm like tearing up.
Right.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm kind of really upset, and dude, I shot that scene like the day before, and I was like, dude, I crushed that. I went back at the house, and I was like, that is the worst thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really got to do it. And so I had this little tear stick thing, and I put it in my eyes, and it would make you cry.
Right.
But then, like, I really tried to, like, get into that space, and, you know, because you have to make sure that it feels real.
Yeah, otherwise you're just like, your eyes are wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that was one scene that I had to redo. And then maybe, like, 2 or 3 other ones. Maybe, like, the audio messed up. But it was, honestly, I was pretty happy with a lot of the stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, I just...
So do you feel like you have climbed Cringe Mountain, or do you feel like you're still on that?
I still feel like I'm on it. Like, honestly, dude, like, I've been kind of fighting demons about the movie, not gonna lie, a little bit. Like, I'm kind of like, you know, this and that I'd change. But that's where growth is, you know?
Yeah.
That's where growth happens. And it's like, you know, like, I'm just glad that it's, like, not too cringe or whatever. I think for me, it feels that way just because it's me or whatever. But I think we're always gonna feel like we're climbing Cringe Mountain.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
with everything we do.
I will say, from my perspective, watching it, like, there was very few moments where I was like,
yeah,
you know? Like the only time where I had one thing was the end. It was you're ending something and you said something. I don't remember what the end quote.
Yeah,
but it was really cool because he said something and I was like, yeah, well, duh, 'cause it's just real life.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the title.
Yeah.
No way.
Right.
So it's like perfect.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second.
That was one thing I was like really big on. Is like, there was a couple different cuts where I was like, I try my best to like make it not as cringe as possible.
Right. Which is good.
You know, I tried, and it's like, but it's also like me, like when I'm 21, 22.
Right.
So it's like
peak cringe.
Peak cringe,
Yeah.
you know. But I feel like it does a good job of like kind of feeling bird's eye the whole movie and not too enveloped in like navel gazing or whatever, even when it is. But yeah,
I've never heard that term before.
Someone told me that the other day, and I was like, that's an interesting term. I want to use it.
Dang.
So.
All right. Well,
wait,
did somebody pay you $5 to use the term nasal gaze?
No.
So the girl in the movie, I'm assuming it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's
Still your girlfriend,
at
right?
28:57. There's like a note that goes on the screen. I swear I thought it was a breakup note. Was it not?
No. That's just like a Valentine's Day letter.
Because he
Okay.
brought that up, and
I
I
was
was like,
like-
dude, what are you
I was
talking
like,
about?
oh my gosh, she shattered him. And then like they know are still together. Oh, no, she didn't.
Yeah. No, that's just like a Valentine's
Was that
Day
like
letter.
like did y'all meet while you were filming the movie, or was she there from the beginning?
No, I met her while I was doing it.
And
Yeah.
how were you like?
How did you?
Was
I'd
she
be like,
on
hey,
board
do you want to
with
be
it?
in this?
Yeah.
I remember like she came over one time to my house and like my bandmate and me were like in the room. He's like, dude, show her the proof of concept. And I was like, no, dude. And the old proof of concept was like cringe. We're like,
yeah.
I was sounding like Bruce Wayne in it, but I showed her and I just remember she really dug it. And then I it was just natural because she's an actress. Like that's what she does. She's a really good actress. So it was she just wanted to do it too. You know,
That's
just have
good.
fun. But
Dang.
yeah.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
That's kind of too
I
good.
mean, yeah, I feel like whenever like whoever you're with, like you have to like get them like support. Oh, that's a nice voice crack there.
Yeah.
It's like
Let's
wow.
replay that.
But like with
Chat
Skylar
clip
or
that.
whatever,
Yeah.
like literally the first. Like I was doing a ton of concerts at the time, and when I knew I was gonna marry Skylar, it was like when I got offered to her with Philip Phillips, and I said no, so I could hang out with Skylar. And I was
Yeah.
like, no shot.
Right.
It's like my dream, and then I was finally like, Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. See
Yeah,
Scott.
go home. Yeah.
So, you know.
You know it.
So this is a crazy question,
Yeah.
in my opinion, because I wrote it. You know,
Yeah.
where's the balance between making something and capturing something in the movie? Because like,
Okay, I know what
there's-
you're saying.
Yeah, there's so much where it's like, oh, you just took your camera out and you shot a bunch of stuff, but then another half of the movie is you running around doing cinematic shots.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That was something I really, to be honest, I'm glad you said that because like I really struggled with that when I was making it because there was a lot of times where like I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like when you watch the movie, it's like, oh, this dude's like kind of in his head. Like that's real. Like I was really actually going like a lot of that of me like venting or like going through. That's real. Like that's not. Those are real feelings because there would be moments where I would be like, I need to go to the store to get this thing, but then I'd be like, should I film it though?
Right.
And I'd be like, that's dangerous. Like,
Right.
am I doing this for myself or am I doing it for the movie?
Right.
And I think that maybe I tried my best to like have a level of candidness throughout the movie, but also it's hard to be candid when you know you're making a movie.
And when
But
you're
don't you think that's
in
like
charge
such
of
like
it.
a meta thing for like the world that we live in today? Because like, yeah, he's lugging around a massive camera, but technically everyone's lugging around
Exactly.
a little camera with
Well,
them.
that's the thing, and it's like it kind of is like the whole point of the movie, and like the Gen Z vibe is like we're all kind of like performing for the internet in a sense. We're
Right.
all kind of trying to make this movie or like feed of our lives, and it's like there's a lot of people our age that are like trying to do stuff for their story of their life instead of just doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what I was trying to get across is like when you watch the movie towards the end, I think I find the answer to that sort of.
Dude,
you know?
Okay, bro. Let me tell you.
Bro,
like,
just had a moment.
Watching your movie, I was like, well, so we're D1 haters. That's like our whole thing.
D1, what do you mean?
D1, like
Yeah.
Division 1.
Oh, okay,
Like like professional college. Like
Like
Okay.
you're like a pro.
you know,
hater.
when you
Oh,
get-
okay.
when you're like when you go to college and you're really good at football, you go D1.
Oh yeah, okay. I got
So
it.
we're D1 haters.
Okay.
So
At
like
least some
like
some
whole,
would say.
whole time I'm watching your movie,
Mhm.
I'm essentially like critiquing you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm preying on your downfall a little bit. So
Come on.
So like, and Luke, I don't know you.
No.
So like, Luke's like, oh, this guy's coming on the podcast. I'm like, he better be freaking good. And then, dude, the like ramp up at the end satisfied me.
Oh,
like,
sweet.
Because I'm like, oh, this dude's drinking all the time. This dude's partying all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Like, what a loser.
Yeah.
And then like the ramp up at
Mhm.
the end of like getting your life together.
Yeah.
Like, not to spoil anything, obviously.
No.
But oh my gosh, like
Cool.
I gained so much respect for like, okay, like this guy's self-aware enough to know like in the midst of making this movie, like he is also changing. During the
Yeah,
course
it
of
was weird, man. Like it's hard to explain, but it's like whatever the movie turned out to be, like however it is, like great or whatever. But like I think that there's still a version of the movie in my head that I went through that no one will ever see,
Right.
And it's far more cinematic and far more visceral and spiritual for me, and that might sound cringe, and I wish I could have really shown it. I think my talent hasn't really lived up to my taste yet, but
Right.
I think like if anything, like it was really like a emergence piece for me. Like that sounds cringe, but it was really something I had to do.
Yeah.
I remember my dad watched it for the first
Well, I
time.
don't think it's cringe because it's completed.
Yeah,
So
it's-
like,
it's done.
therefore, that removes everyone who's like hating on you. Dude, have you made a feature film?
literally.
Have you made a feature
Yeah.
length?
It's
like,
tough, man. I remember my dad watched it and he's like, regardless of what happens, regardless of what anyone says, like this is like it'll be good for you just to like get you going, but also like it was something that I'm not sure you were necessarily excited to make. You just had to do it.
Right.
You had to make it.
You had to make your first one.
Yeah,
have to
and
make
you,
your first
and you also
feature.
just had to get this thing out of your head.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially being your age, like in this time where it's like, okay, well, who am I as a person? Who am I as an
Yeah.
artist?
Exactly.
And then like you didn't go to college, I assume.
Oh, I did college online.
Okay.
It was like communications college.
Right.
Yeah.
But like you're done with that.
Mhm.
You're in this phase of your life where it's like, okay, who am I?
Yeah. No
And,
kidding.
Like, do I want to get a job? Like,
Right.
Which was the best. My favorite part of the movie was when you got a job.
Oh yeah, where I'm like doing like fries and
Yeah,
burgers or
that
whatever.
cracked me up.
So thankfully I'm no longer in that job anymore, but it was like, yeah, that I started filming some tough times, man. Like that was when I was like at a low point. Like I didn't have a job, you know, it was like some debt was creeping up on me. And looking back on it now, it's like it's not that big of a deal, and like I had my parents to like help me out, but like it's still scary, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's a scary, like it's not fun to be there at all. It
Right.
sucks, you know?
Yeah.
But then I filmed it and I was like, that's cinematic.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
like, dude, I just had a winter arc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you struggle a lot with self-confidence while making the movie?
Oh, dude. I mean, I'm my biggest critic. You can ask
Right.
anybody. Like, and that's something that I'm trying to work on, because it's like when my girlfriend said something interesting. She was like, when you turn 25, 26, like habits that you formed in your early 20s, it's not that they're impossible to break, but they become a little bit like it's a little bit harder to like pick up a guitar and learn to play it. Like,
Right.
because your frontal lobe's a little bit more developed. So I'm like trying my best.
We
to, like,
wouldn't know.
Yeah. So I'm trying my best to like focus on like just not being my critic, but my worst critic. But yeah, I mean, I definitely did, I think, struggle with that sometimes. And like it was interesting because it was like, I think in like 10 years, like I'll look back on it fondly and be like, well, I didn't have to answer to anybody, but like I also didn't have to answer to anybody. And like,
Right.
what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like that's a kind of like a scary thing. Like, are you gonna wake up, or are you gonna scroll, or are you gonna go out and film? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
That's
it's
so
like,
true.
and it's a tough thing to do. And I think like it was, I mean, I definitely struggle with it. I still struggle with it, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like nothing that I think will ever go away, but you just have to like, trust yourself. That sounds cringe, but like, you just got to do it. And
Yeah.
you just got to you have to act.
Yeah.
You
My
know.
biggest thing, like when I was starting out, was looking at footage of myself, because I struggled with acne for a really long time.
Me too.
Like
yeah.
horrible.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. Well, so like mine was all like, it wasn't really like a skin issue. It was like a lifestyle issue.
Yeah.
So I would hate filming myself. So
I
that's
get
why
it.
I asked that question, is like looking at that footage, like I would be like, oh my gosh, like I just hate the way I look all the time. Like
Dude.
even filming this podcast,
Mhm.
like there is a level of insecurity where it's like you have to overcome. Like Luke's
I
constantly
feel
like,
like
yeah.
I don't know if you experienced this, but
Mhm.
I did. What was that? I guess almost 2 years ago now. I did
Yeah.
like I made a reel every day for 299 days.
Dang.
And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like I hate myself on camera. And then you just realize, like, you look back over that and you're just like, there was chop days and unchopped days, but it's like, honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm getting in front of the camera no matter
Yeah.
what.
And also, like, no one's thinking about it that hard. No one's like, dang,
Yeah.
like, this guy. But you know what? I get it, though. Like, I was definitely like that. And I think, like, I, like, growing up, like, my dad would, like, film me a lot. And, like, I would make videos with my
Yeah.
buddies and stuff.
Fire.
So, like, it was kind of just, like, and I also, like, went to school for acting and stuff. And, like, so I think there
Where'd
was
you go? Did you go to Booker T?
Yeah. I went
okay.
to Booker T in 2016 to 2020, and it was great. Like, looking back on it, it was like, I wish I wasn't so anxious then, because it's
Right.
it's an amazing school.
Wait, I know. What is Booker T?
Booker T is like a specialty school for actors, dancers, musicians.
I've definitely heard of it.
Arts.
It was really it's crazy.
Foundational.
It's
Yeah.
it's insane. But so like I think like there was a level of like comfortability maybe that I had there in terms of just like putting myself on camera. But of course, like I would like look at stuff and be like, I can't do that. Like
Yeah.
I look bad on there. But I definitely had to overcome that. I'd be like, who cares? Like this is a movie about like being like reality.
Yeah,
like, I
and
can't,
honestly, like as cringe as it sounds, it is now bigger than you.
yeah, 100%, exactly. And so it's
So-
like there has to be a level of detachment, you know.
Exactly.
So have you started working on your next one? Or do you have any idea what it would be
Yeah. So right now, like I'm editing. Like, so my girlfriend, she wrote herself a short film, and I shot it for her and I edited it for her. And so I'm in the midst of finishing that right now, and like it was fun, and like it helped me like kind of just get some gears turning. But I would love to like do a little shorter film this year in the winter, and like I'm trying my best to like apply to like different labs and like fellowships and stuff, and like, you know, just like filmmaking stuff. But I already have an idea for the next film. It's also coming of age, and it's like it's very
Another feature, or
yeah. And it was one that I had before the real life. It was a seed of an idea, but essentially it's just about like a guy that comes back, and he's like out of college, and he comes back to his hometown, and he kind of starts obsessing about like reconnecting with his friends from his childhood, and he has like a map on his room, and it's like kind of about how time changes us and like the adults we become and stuff.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
so it's very coming of age. I think it'll be a little bit more like narrative driven and stuff, obviously like a script and stuff, but we'll see. I mean, that's kind of the vibe right now, and I'm just trying to see where that goes. But
Yeah. I was gonna ask, like, why did you? This is a very critical comment,
no,
obviously.
yeah.
But why did you land on it being a feature length?
Mhm.
Because, like, watching it, there
Mhm.
is a lot of like basically soundless parts, which therefore argues that it could have been a short film.
Yeah.
So then, how did you land and justify a full feature length?
I think it was just honestly like I think I just wanted to try to do it. Like it was just like a challenge to see if I could do it. And I mean for sure, like I definitely think like it could have been, but also it's like now I know how to like make a feature.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like,
yeah.
and it's like I don't owe any money.
Have you done a short film before or no?
I had made some short films, and like I was saying, I made the series with my buddies, and then my dad does filmmaking, so I've edited some of his projects and stuff. But I really just wanted to. It was honestly just like, can I do it?
Yeah.
You know, and thankfully, like it still feels like a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's never like. You know, but
Yeah.
it's sorry if I don't know, y'all
It's
crazy,
okay.
but yeah, it's like I don't know. It was honestly just me trying to see if I could do it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because like you did do it. Like
yeah,
obviously I sat through an hour and 30 minutes of
Yeah.
movie. So
an hour 20. No, I'm just kidding.
hour 22. Actually.
Yeah, hour 22. Yeah,
40 seconds.
yeah. Dang, bro, no.
I'm actually really good with numbers and
That's
stuff.
hilarious.
So I'm
That's
really nerdy.
crazy.
So yeah, that's basically all my questions.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
I pretty much
Let's
ran
wrap
through mine.
Sweet.
Do you want to take a break and then get back?
yeah,
to it
let's hit our fun. This is our fun time.
Okay,
now.
let's
you're,
do it.
You're gonna love it.
Let's do it.
We're due.
Dude, I'm down so bad at
We're due for a
Choctaw
viral
right
reel,
now.
and Julian's gonna clip farm
do
for
it.
us.
Let's do it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Are we rolling?
We're going.
Okay.
We're dialed.
Slow motion is the auto tune of video.
I 100% in that video. I used no slow motion, not a single shot.
You think so? I don't know. I love good slow motion.
I mean,
Yeah,
good slow
but don't
motion
you
is
think?
good.
But don't you think it just like any camera shake, any issues?
Yeah.
You cut the clip too short. Boom, throw it in slow
yeah,
motion.
that does make sense.
It's
yeah.
like making a photo in black and white. Exact same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I love slow motion.
We
gotta
love
say.
slow motion, but we also love auto tune.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just a wrong take, but
Yeah.
24 frames is not cinematic.
Bro, cap.
That's false.
It's
That's
literally
the only way.
It's the only
if
way
you
to do
if
it.
you shoot 30 frames in your video, I'm sorry, bro.
Bro,
Like-
you're on. You're on.
Do
bro.
you think we'll ever change? Like cinema will ever go to any other?
No,
No.
dude. I saw someone. They I know what they paid too. They paid for this really expensive video, and there were shots in it that were shot at 60 and played in like real time when they were not supposed to be. And I was like,
But also
oh.
sometimes you go to your grandma's house and they have like motion smoothing on the TV,
Yeah.
and it's like it looks 60 frames, and you're just like, why?
It's like,
Why is this
I can't
even?
believe you've done
but
that.
it was
Yeah.
at my house.
Yeah. Exactly.
So unfortunately, I do know it was chopped.
Dang. Dang. If your short film is in black and white, you're just not good at making short films.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Dude, there was you know how I told you that color grade on that video was chopped?
Mhm.
There was a second where I just made it black and white just to see.
Oh,
Bro, it looked heavenly.
I thought it looked alright. Okay, if your short film starts with the main character waking up in bed with sad
the
piano,
alarm clock, bro.
like,
Get out!
dude, I'm sorry.
As someone who's made a feature-length movie, listen to him, bro.
I'm sorry. I've done it before, and it's like,
Okay, let's talk about this though for a second. Are there any tropes that you accidentally did in your movie that you're like,
oh my gosh, I feel maybe like some dialogue tropes or something.
I mean,
but
walking away from the camera though.
yeah, a little bit of a trope, or like the Bruce Wayne narrations, a little bit of
How
a trope.
much of your film style, like cinematic style, do you think was emphasized by YouTube versus actual movies?
That's a good question.
It was definitely like more like actual movies, I think. Like
Okay, well then, what's your favorite movies?
Oh my gosh,
Give
put
us
me
that.
on the spot.
Give us that top 5.
Okay, let me do this. These are films that I just really enjoy. No Country for Old Men.
Fire.
I
Just
really
watched
enjoyed
that
No Country
recently,
for Old
too.
Men. The Social Network. I really enjoy. Have you seen The Social?
Yeah,
I
Network?
haven't seen
Okay.
it. I need
Yeah.
to-
What?
I know.
That's
I know.
Bro,
Sue
as
me.
someone who's opening a company
Sue
with their
me.
friend, you have to watch
crazy.
it.
Maybe don't watch it then. It's kind of like the destruction of a
That's true.
yeah.
But he needs to know that things are gonna go wrong.
That's true.
He
You
needs
got-
to know why we're getting a lawyer.
Man, I don't know. I'm just like, you put me on the spot, bro. I mean, No Country for Old Men, cinematography, probably my favorite movie. Just like,
Really?
personally. Yeah.
Who's your favorite cinematographer?
Roger Deakins.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I think he's an amazing. Or Emmanuel Lubezki. I think he's an amazing cinematographer.
Big Hoyt von Hotema guy.
Yeah.
He's my goat.
He's pretty amazing too. Yeah.
He's my goat.
But no, every time someone asks me my favorite movie, I get put on the spot and I just like resort to
National
No-
Treasure. That's
Country.
mine. Resort to National Treasure.
the side eye.
Bro, Over the Hedge. What do you mean?
Dude, Over the Hedge is kind of
Peak
crazy.
cinema.
Though. It is.
Ever seen Despicable Me 2?
I have seen this with Me too. I mean, come on, don't knock
Fire.
it.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Indie filmmakers use too many haze machines.
Yes. Dude,
I would agree.
I worked with this one guy. He was like, "Oh, I'm a narrative filmmaker." Had never made any films, and he also shot on a Blackmagic camera. And he was buns, straight up.
My gosh.
He was.
I will say, like, the hazy machine, it's like someone like walks into like a store and there's haze. Like, why is there haze in the store?
That's
Like,
true.
Facts.
why is there?
Like,
why is it
dude,
cloudy?
Why
in
is the
here?
dry ice machine open?
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like a neon light in the background or something. Like, where's that coming from?
Yeah,
like, you know,
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point, because
Hey-
you do a lot of motivated stuff in your movie,
Mm.
which is why we were so confused on if you actually had lights, and then also why I was so impressed with how you mix the sound.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I didn't use
Kinda
any.
vibe.
Yeah, I didn't use any lights, but that was one thing I thought I saw some. It might have been Roger Deakins. He was like, "I'll be watching a movie and I'll like someone like walk in a frame. For some reason, there's like a purple light, and he's like, "Where's that coming from? Like, where's the purple light coming from? You know?"
I do have one question. How did
Yeah.
you get away with using no lights?
Oh,
You just got like
man.
mad bright windows, bro.
Yeah, honestly, like a lot of the windows in my room are really bright, and I would like honestly shoot where I know. Like, there's a lot of stuff where like a lot of the dark scenes are on my camcorder, and you don't question it because it's supposed to look grainy.
Yeah.
You know,
life
but
hack.
yeah, a lot of the black magic stuff I would like make sure. I think maybe once or twice I used a noise reduction and then put like a tiny bit of grain on top of it, just so it didn't look like
Yeah, look like mushy.
mushy or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, but yeah,
A gimbal doesn't make your footage instantly better.
Facts.
facts.
I hate gimbals. Do you own a gimbal?
I used to use one when I was in high school.
That's the point.
Yeah, I don't think it makes.
I
it
know
any-
it doesn't make it better. And look, I am like number one fan on Team Anti Gimbal, but also
Right.
like it does. I mean, it does kind of like instantly make your footage better.
But
Like
if
stabilizing
if there's a reason that you need a gimbal, like if you're just using a gimbal just to use it,
Bro,
like
that's what people just be doing. They're like, "Oh, gimbal mode easy."
Yeah, exactly, and it's like you gotta have a reason for using it. You know?
I agree. I hate gimbals, but like also like
It
Bro.
does look.
But the amount of times people crop their footage framing is terrible because they're using a gimbal.
yeah,
yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
I would
main
use a
issue.
Steadicam anyways, but
yeah. I don't know. I'm in the middle there. I think.
this is good. Shot on iPhone is dishonest marketing. The rigs around it cost more than the phone.
Facts.
What? 100%.
You're
I
also
watched 28 Years Later, and I was like, that movie. They're like shot on an iPhone, and it's like, yeah, but also like I can tell it's shot on an iPhone. You know what I mean?
Tell this
It-
is a
it-
negative 1-inch sensor.
It is like beautifully framed, but I can tell that the sensor, you know, like there's something about it, like the stabilization or something, or like
Yeah.
maybe it's like a little like there's something about it. I don't know if we fully caught up yet in terms of like shot on iPhone.
No.
But it is definitely like a marketing tactic.
I will say the 16 Pro in log does look good.
Yeah, and also it looks good for like wide shots.
Right.
You know, like you need like a good lens adapter on the phone and like a crane to make it look, you know,
Right.
like crazy. But
What's scary though right now is that AI can
Mhm.
like generate stuff that looks like shot on iPhone.
Oh, 100%.
which is like
Really?
actually horrifying.
Oh, dude, you need to catch up on the AI
what
train,
the
bro.
heck? I've been out of the loop.
Well, so
I don't
here-
know what's going
Oh
on.
gosh, you're in for a nightmare.
Dude.
Go back
Okay,
3 episodes
So
ago.
here's the deal. I explained this in the last episode, but the number one identifying subject for AI. Well, there's two things.
Mhm.
One, if the video can't be longer than like 8 seconds, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
giveaway. But then your hand like motion shake, it's very human. It's extremely natural.
Yeah.
And unfortunately now there's a way to replicate that that's so easy.
Really?
And so you can't tell anymore.
Well, have
Oh
you
my
seen like have you
gosh.
seen the controversy with the Will Smith touring?
Yes.
touring
I
AI?
saw that. That
Like-
was crazy.
But I low-key think they did it on purpose, just to, like
Really?
be like Will Smith's going on tour. It's like great marketing. Like like, I would have never have known Will Smith was going on
That's
tour.
true though. That's true.
It's like that all press is good press. Like okay, like he fudged it. Then I'm not gonna go.
But like at what cost? It's like
What's that thing you said in the YouTube rewind?
What was
I don't remember. I remember that. That's the only YouTube rewind I've ever watched.
dude?
Bro, I used to quote that all the time. It's sad I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. YouTubers are not filmmakers.
I agree.
I
Filmmakers are filmmakers. YouTubers are.
think you can.
I
be
know what you're
both.
saying.
You can be a filmmaker on YouTube. You can
Is
be
Casey Neistat a filmmaker?
no. Well, here's the thing. Yes, because he's made films.
Someone commented the
also
other
makes
day that
YouTube
he's the greatest
videos.
filmmaker of all time just because of what his work he's done on YouTube.
It
Like,
is mad influential.
Yeah.
There's
that's
there's
also-
a difference between like making a short film or making a feature film and then making a vlog. It's not that you can't
But
do it.
he has made films.
He has?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
He's
the
produced
like
them.
the NYC bike video is a short film. He made a bunch of him and his brother made a bunch of short films for Tom Sachs.
That's true.
He made the soda campaign. Like
Yeah.
you need to. There's a lot.
I was
He
a-
has a lot of films. The Nike ads.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Casey was a big inspiration. I used to vlog when I was younger.
Come
I had
on.
like 200
Are those
vlogs.
cringe?
Dude, they
Ours
will never
were
they
bad.
will never see the light of day. I was a Casey
We had
Neistat
to see-
rip off.
The day
Screw
I
up the
showed those
internet.
to my now fiance was one of the most humbling days of my life.
Dude, I haven't shown my girlfriend them
Me and
yet.
Luke oh, dude, that's a big step in
I
our
know.
relationship.
I know.
Just pull them up on the TV one day
Dude.
and just start ripping them.
Dang, I got to at some point.
How long have y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
So, like, where's the ring, bro?
Dude,
He's just
dude.
waiting for the vlogs.
Dude, yeah, where's the vlogs at, bro?
Yeah.
Dang.
Hit that bell.
Yeah.
Okay. If your video relies on a LUT, it wasn't filmed properly.
That's true.
I agree.
Because I've dropped so many times, I've dropped a Rec 709 conversion in and been like, you know what?
yeah, that's good enough.
And be
But
like,
I will
shoot.
I will say it can make a shot like better if it
especially
even if it's
you,
already shot.
If you crush those blacks a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I agree. Like people, there's a lot of crutches people you can lean on.
Oh, yeah.
when you're starting
And
out.
one of them is
100%.
gimbals.
yeah.
Okay. Candid photography is way easier than portrait photography.
I totally agree. Especially so
I don't know if I agree.
with weddings, it's way easier for me because when the person doesn't like photos of themselves, my photos come out so much better when they're candid.
I don't know. I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like creating something versus capturing something. Portrait, you're creating something.
Right.
Candid, you're just like, right place, right time, you know?
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying candid's easier.
I think it's
But
easier too.
I think it can maybe be hard to like get like a really interesting candid photo because like with a portrait it's like okay I'm gonna have you sit right here, but sometimes street photography is really hard to get like that moment because it'll never happen again.
Right.
yeah,
know what
I mean,
I mean?
I think, it's harder to like
A
get,
skill issue.
But
Yeah, yeah.
skill-wise, it's like you're like,
Yeah.
dealing with people.
I get what you're saying.
Right. But honestly, since I've shot so much candid, it's become so natural. And like with the lens choices, because I use the same lenses all the time. I have 24 to 105 f4, the 24 to 72.8, 50 mil, and then
50
these,
so
then these bad boys.
Yeah.
So like I'm so used to shooting on those lenses that candid photos are so easy because I know my framing. Like I could literally
100%.
just shoot
Yeah.
right now and I know
and
exactly.
you understand. Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Wedding photography is less about photography and more about being a crisis manager.
Yeah, facts.
Oh yeah, dude, I've done some weddings before. It's
Filming or photo?
both.
You do photo?
Yeah, I sometimes the dreaded thing. Can you do both at our wedding?
Yeah,
And you're
heck
like,
no,
you're
bro.
like, dude, I mean, I'll try, but I used to do a lot of video wedding stuff, but dude, so that I no longer.
I,
do
I
that
like
anymore.
doing it.
Really?
I love it. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I've also
Because
found
it's the
that-
best day of people's lives.
That's true.
So like the big thing for me is like I've hit that threshold where it's like I'm not getting cheap out clients.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
That's the thing. Is
yeah.
like if you're doing like cheap weddings, you're kind of cooked.
yeah.
I had a nightmare moment when I was filming a wedding. Thankfully, it like turned out okay. But I was like filming, and they like did the kiss the bride thing differently, and I didn't have my camera up, and I like pressed record and like instantly, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude, my heart dropped.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I was so freaked out, bro. It was scary.
Bro, that's the hard part about ceremonies is there's like that 10-minute window where you don't have to be locked in.
Yeah.
And then kiss the bride.
yeah,
and
it's
you're
like instant. You gotta be locked in. Yeah.
Can we just appreciate this is the least I've yawned in an episode?
That is true.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you clearly haven't watched our podcast, bro. It's
It's a yawn fest.
it's an epidemic.
Everyone, yeah, 'cause I mean, we do be filming late most of the time.
Yeah.
Autofocus has made most shooters lazy.
Yeah, 100%.
I think
I would agree. Yeah, and also because like I've started to like do a little bit of 35 millimeter photography, which is film photography, and you can't be lazy. Like you only have 36 chances in that film roll, so
Right.
you have to dial it in. And I would argue that if you're more intentional with that kind of stuff, the photo might be better.
Right.
Because
I
you
totally
don't
agree.
you don't have unlimited time. So if you're just then it's like you just whatever. You
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
What camera do you shoot your film on?
so it is I believe it's a Pentax camera, and it's
Okay.
like 35. It's like from the 70s.
right. As it should be.
Yeah, but it's no, it's a Minolta camera. And
Oh,
it's-
that's what I shoot.
Yeah, it's a great camera. And But yeah, I mean, you have to be intentional with what you do. Cause
I mean, dude, that's what makes it better. Is like,
yeah.
And I think that's where that's why movies have gotten worse over time.
Is digital?
Well, not because it's digital, but because people prepared more. Because
we have like a few chances.
You
for
can't
this.
afford to
keep shooting.
spend that money.
Yeah, exactly.
So like directors and writers would prepare their actors so much more because if you screw up your line on film instead of digital, that's money. You're gonna get fired, bro.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
This is not talking about ND filters. It's talking about like sparkle filters and stuff.
Okay, let's hear it.
Lens filters are the most pointless thing a shooter can buy.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I have a really funny story about that. I was like shooting a video for my buddy, like a music video, and I thought I was putting like a filter on to like make it, I'm blanking on what it's called. Makes it darker.
Like an ND filter?
Yeah, ND filter. The Blackmagic has those built in, so I've forgotten what they're called. But
oh, Mr. Built-in NDs.
No, but I remember I put it on. I was like, awesome. And for some reason, I thought that it was working, and it was like a haze filter, like a halation filter. And I was like, no. But thankfully, it was like a happy accident.
You put the Cinebloom on there.
Yeah, but it looked good. But yeah, I don't buy filters.
I just think you can get like 90% of the look in post anyways without it. So.
I prefer to do it in camera, so I like the filters.
It can be fun for sure.
Every now and then, like I like look back at the filters that I bought, and I'm like,
they're just like sitting in the bag.
You seen that meme? And it's like when you tell the director of photography that you bake the LUT into the camera to save time in post.
Okay. Camera bags are actually just personality tests for photographers.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Low-key, because you look at me, I have like
part
the generic. I guess it's not generic, but it's like the green Canon bag, the OG
from
Canon
2000.
bag.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I have the Peter McKinnon.
I think what tells you more about like the instant way that you know the personality of a photographer is like the harness or strap they use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still have my camera bag from when I was like 15. Like as long as it holds the camera
What is it?
in it. I don't even know. It's like some weird like.
Clearly don't travel enough.
Yeah.
My bag is like.
Dude,
beat to shreds, and I'm scared every time I get on a plane. Dude, it's like so bad. Have you ever heard the song "Delta Breaks Guitars"?
No.
That's a listen for
that's
the
a good
car ride
one.
home.
Okay, I'll put it on the queue. What the?
That's good. That's a throwback right there. Nah, I don't agree with that. Sometimes you gotta like be like, eh.
You just gotta be like, no. This needs to be.
Dang,
more
that's a
HB.
hot take. GoPro peaked when Casey Neistat retired.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, I do think like now more people are buying like the Osmos than
because they're better. They're straight up
or
better.
like Insta 360s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Casey was using those a lot.
Yeah, he made so many videos about them.
Well, I just feel like GoPro hasn't really evolved in a while, have they? I haven't seen any new products.
Dude, they have not.
It's pretty much the same, yeah. But you just have to put it in like a waterproof case. Now you can just like jump in the ocean with.
But like,
it.
what's the
really?
like?
Yeah,
why
like,
would I buy and like use GoPro, so you might know. Like, why would I choose to buy a GoPro action camera when I can buy an Insta360 X5? Like, I just feel like it gives me basically the same and more.
I don't know. I think maybe there's just something about GoPro that's just like nostalgic. I don't know.
Maybe.
I like them. I saw like the Hero 9 or whatever.
That's what I use.
If I bought one, I would buy the Hero 9.
The Hero 9's awesome.
It's a cute camera, but I don't know. I'm not sure. He did kind of make a lot of videos on those.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah. Tamron is the Costco brand of lenses.
Bro, not even close, because Costco brand's actually good, dude. Tamron's great value.
That's
it's so chopped.
I don't know. It's
the people I'm shooting on the FX3 for. I was like, so what lenses do you have? They're like, oh yeah, 24-70 2.8 and a 70-200 2.8. I was like, great. They were like, yeah, and they're Sigma. I literally go, oh. On the phone, I was like, oh. So
I don't know. I've heard Tamron's gotten better. I just when I used them like 5 years ago, they were so bad. I was not.
In yearbook.
Yeah, literally. It was literally the yearbook camera. It's like, I'll never touch a Tamron again. And then I said that online, and I got like flamed.
Everyone hates on us. Well, everyone's like, oh, sorry, we're broke. I'm like,
yeah.
Get your money up, bro. Like,
honestly, like, I mean, dude, I like my Canon lenses, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I'm cool with those, and like, it's like, I don't know. I think people sometimes are just like, the right lens will make me better, and it's
It's
like,
like, nah.
you just gotta.
I don't know. The right lens does.
Yeah, it does.
It
Look,
does, but also it's like if you're not using the lens you have now, you're not
Oh,
just gonna
that's
suddenly
true.
start using it.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. If you
But
get,
I'm also very frugal. Like I never buy stuff,
Mhm.
so I feel like I get so much out of my gear that when it's
That's
time
good.
to buy new gear,
But also, like, but you buy new lenses because you know what they can do for
Right.
you.
Right.
Like, you're not just going to, like, buy this lens and it's like, okay, now I'm better. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Oh,
but
that's
like,
true.
But, like, lenses are good to have. But you have to know what you're doing already.
I will say the most underrated lens right now is the RF 50mm 1.2.
What's that?
It's the Canon RF
Oh,
50
really?
millimeter 1.2. Dude, it's insane.
Really?
It is insane. It renders the frame like in a completely different way. It's like almost like a little more circular.
Huh.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
But
Dang.
if you ever get to rent one, go rent it.
Cinematic cameras under $2,000 are just glorified camcorders.
The FX30, bro.
Dang.
I don't agree, but like I get what it's saying.
I don't know. Cinema cameras are getting crazy nowadays.
They
dude.
are. Like the new Blackmagic stuff is nuts.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah, I think the one I got was like 2,500, which is like still like
It's
kind
not
of
bad at all,
But it's
yeah.
like, dude, I mean, it looks amazing.
I want the Pixis so bad, bro.
That'd be
That looks pretty
tough.
The
crazy.
Pixis with the monitor it came out with.
It looks pretty crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
All right, hit us with a banger. We gotta end this thing.
The only reason to buy an 85 mm. I gotta restart. For the reals, guys.
Yeah.
The only reason to buy an 85 millimeter lens is for portrait photography.
Low key, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, I shot on some pretty long lenses for this movie, and it's like,
Well, like an
But
85 prime.
oh, is it like just like a
Yeah, just an 85
85.
prime.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
What else you shooting that for?
Nothing.
Literally, I don't think I can
I don't
think
think
of another
anything
reason.
because you're not shooting macro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not close enough.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, these lenses, the 150 is crazy for
Yeah?
macro, bro. And you can get diopters for them on Amazon for like $30. Is like magnifies everything.
Dang.
Bro, I'm gonna send you links, bro.
Dude, please, bro.
They're
Please.
fire.
I need some new lenses. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I need new lenses. I can't keep using the,
Well,
you know.
I mean, clearly you don't care about autofocus. So.
Yeah.
Also,
Literally.
we should just update y'all. We are working on the photo competition. We have a call with a potential sponsor on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, that's today when this drops.
You got to enter,
so.
bro. It's
I
free
will.
entry.
I will.
So
I'm down.
let's do it. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Y'all check out plug your stuff.
Real life. Follow me, Julian Sol Jordan, everywhere, and you'll be up to Sunrise Academy on Spotify. Be up to date with what's going on.
Dude, you practiced that, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I did. I was in the mirror for like about 30 minutes before
You're
this.
like,
Come
I
on.
am the camera. The camera is
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
That's so
Exactly.
funny.
Check out Real Life.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace, guys.